I loved it.
And welcome to another
America.
episode of Ripping the
America
Rack
sucks.
podcast. Episode 93 or 4 or 2 or 6 or
93.
93. Sorry.
Nailed it. Yeah, you should
Nailed
be
it.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm always sorry. I am your host, Tim. With me today, we will start. He is on the bottom finally. Mr. Coastal Crusader, Brian Athern. Brian, how you doing?
Good. Hi, everybody. Happy beginning of the week.
Hi, Dr.
And happy
Nick.
late Easter. Hope the bunny was good to everybody.
And above us in some type of... Actually, that looks like Red Rock type canyon.
It's like Mordor.
I'm not even sure. It looked nice.
It's you know what, that
You would think Mordor is nice.
No, I'm not. No, that looks more like some type of Taos out, in New Mexico, some type of old ass. Oh, now we can't hear Calvin. Hope he's not talking. So anyway, he's changed.
No, I'm talking. You're just driving me nuts trying to figure it out. I'm just going to change it back because this is a lot easier.
So now what we have is...
So we can actually go on with the show.
That looks like some type of celebration.
That's Calvin's last happy moment of bowling.
Oh, last happy moment. Okay.
Oh, yeah. There hasn't been very many happy moments since. Especially this past weekend.
The bunny wasn't good to you?
Oh.
We will discuss Calvin's trip south of the border shortly, as Calvin made the trek down from Canada down to the Dirty Americans.
Dirty.
And, dirty Americans.
Dirty.
And
Dirty.
yeah. So folks, for today, we're going to focus. We've got a couple things to talk about, but we're really going to focus a lot on the Easter Classic, and all that fun, happy horseshit stuff.
Sure.
I call it horseshit stuff only because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I have made the commitment. This is recorded for posterity's sake. I will be making my first trip to the Easter Classic next year. To bowl.
Yes.
Bowl in it.
Yes.
Not to visit.
You're 365 days to plan, big fella.
Yep. Yep. I will be going. I will be bowling. I've already
Hopefully all 20 games.
I've already told the boss.
Hey, that was a good thing. We didn't have any DNFs this year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I almost did, but we'll talk about that later.
I heard Stride almost did, but that was self-inflicted.
Yeah, he had to break his hand first.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's do this. Let's Calvin, what do you got going on up north of the border?
Wow, we got some results. Gosh, I don't remember when we did our last show. When did we do our last show?
2 weeks ago, because I was in Vegas.
Okay, so we have some results. The Avon Valley Mixed in Nova Scotia. The winners were the Wisecracks. I don't have...
Thought we did that one already.
No, that was the Valley Mixed. We did the women's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Last time.
I heard Valley Mix, and you confused me by putting Avon
granola,
Valley.
probably.
Oh, sorry. Avon Valley Lanes is where it happened.
Yeah. Well, I figured that out now.
That's the twins.
Yeah.
Yes, the twins, the Dugays.
Yeah.
The Dugays Lanes.
Sorry to interrupt, Calvin.
That's
Continue.
okay. That's okay. I don't see any rosters that I can go by. I just have one sheet that was given to me. But I do know, because he bragged online, that Ryan Hogan was on the winning team of the Wisecracks. Yeah, posted a picture of your own results about you winning. Good job, bud.
I laughed because I saw you. I saw you say something to Hoagie.
Yeah, you don't have to brag, man. Everybody knows you won. It's okay. So, anyways, yeah, Hoagie. So the Wisecracks won. They lost one game all weekend. Wicked bowling. Wicked bowling. Second place was the Shore Shots. They went 16-6. The Turkey Hunters, Avon Valley Lanes, and PC Enterprises all went 14-8. So, congrats to Hoagie and his team. And then we had... What else did we have? Oh, yes. We had the King of the Hill. Got to bring that one up here. King of the Hill, which was the last round, that happened on the 10th, the Sunday, so last week as well. John Wood was the winner of that one. Good job, John. And that ended up giving us our final standings, our people moving on into the playoffs.
Yes.
Yep. And we had the number 1 seed. I think the top 4 get a bye. Corey made a very long post about how the playoffs are going to work. I'm not going to read it, but it's because it's really long. But top 4 get a 3-game bye. So that's that. Which the top 4 would be Travis Wallace, Corey Smith, Kevin Gratton, and Ryan Flynn. And then our top 16 was in 5th spot, Dave Carter. 6th, Greg Clues. 7th, Alex White. 8th, John Can. 9th, Andy Martin. 10th, Dwayne Harris. Carol Wallace at 11th. John Wood at 12th. With his big win, he got right up into the playoff spot. So good job, John. Mark Moffitt is number 13 seed. Tim, not Matero, but just as bald and short as Tim Hoyt. He finished 14th. Mo Isfield finished 15th. And we actually had a tie for the last playoff spot, which was Miranda Wallace and Aaron Roach. So I don't know how he's going to break the tie. I don't think we've seen any comment on how or if they're just going to let them all get in. I don't know. So those are that. We had the 560 at Fairview. That was last weekend as well. Winning that was yours truly. We went undefeated through the round. The team consisted of myself, Jill Wood, Melissa Sinton, Natalie Stubbs, and Paul Chase. So we went undefeated, and then I believe Brandon Jane's team finished second. So yeah, that was all we had in Canada.
Wow. Okay. As you were going down through that, I was trying to find the Candlepins for Cancer, the results from the Candlepins for Cancer down here.
Well, while you do that, Tim, we can talk about we can bridge the border, and we might have a Can-Am in June.
And we might have a Can-Am in June. Yeah, it's a lot of big talk.
How many teams we can get together?
Yeah,
it is on the shorter notice of side. I understand that, and hotels are expensive.
Yeah, hotels are expensive and short notice. A lot of people down here have not touched a bowling ball like that I know of. Can-Am teams that I know of, I believe there's at least 8 or 9 people who have not touched a ball in 2.5 years. So I don't believe that they're going to want to pick up a ball and bowl 16, possibly 20 strings in a weekend. So I posted that because Mary had been posting, little things, sign-ups and stuff like that. And I garnered the question to her, because in previous years, if you didn't pay or you didn't have a partner or you didn't, you couldn't go that weekend, you still had to pay the $220, and you could also lose your spot if you didn't end up going or finding someone. So I garnered the question to her, can you really start penalizing people who possibly haven't touched a ball in 2.5 years, don't want to go because they're not ready or can't get the time off work, and also don't want to spend the $220 if, they're being penalized for something that they really had no control over and were given such short notice?
No, that's understandable. I mean, it's a hard situation all the way around.
Yeah.
Because, we all had hopes and aspirations that the borders would open back in, January and whatever. And I had planned on going, and I know that's a different situation for everybody. But then I saw the prices of the hotels up there, and I'm like, holy crap. They are expensive for some reason. And
they got to make their money. They got to make their money back for the last couple of years.
2.5 years. Yeah.
And I get it. It's just really
what I don't understand
really tough
is why we can't have one in October. I do not understand why we have to bowl in June.
Because they do it by legs, right? Like they do it. it's a full year, but it's a first leg and a second leg.
So you know what?
So they don't want to
just had the last 2 years of COVID. Why worry about having 2 legs this year? Why not? Hell, I'll even go to Canada in October if they want to do just a.
So it's not that they. It's because they did the October already, because we got the October in 2019.
Okay.
So I thought the first leg was June and the second leg was October.
No, I think the first leg is October and the second leg is June.
Can I ask a blunt question?
Go for it.
What do the legs have to do with it?
I don't know, man. I'm
first
just saying
leg
this
winner
is,
and the second leg winner don't.
I'm just
each
saying
other.
This is what they want to do. I don't agree with it because I don't care. I'd rather go October and then whatever. But
just a big old DNB for the June 2020 leg did not bowl.
Yeah,
and then we didn't bowl for a year, and now we start fresh in October this year.
And here's the thing: is as much as I do want to go, and I'm up in the air. You know, yes, I'm vaccinated. Yes, I can get across the border. That is not an issue. The issue is
though.
Huh?
Money is though.
It's money.
Oh, you guys get a lot of money from us though.
It's middle of April. I've got 2 months.
And the mixed worlds.
When normally I would have 6 to 8 months to 12 months to plan, which I do. That's how I plan my bowling tournaments.
Yeah.
These are the ones I'm bowling in. Those are the ones I save up for.
Mm-hmm. These are the ones I need hotels for.
But you didn't say anything from January 1st until April whatever, and then all of a sudden, yep, we're doing it. It's going to be this week, and then a week later, oh no, it's going to be back to the original week.
Yeah.
I
get what they want. Oh, I'm with you. I get what they want to do, but you just can't. You can't.
Why can't we? I understand the committee does a lot, and they put a lot into it.
Yep. You're going to get 10 teams from the American side, and it's like they said, well, at least we'll make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but why do I have to pay for my spot
if there's not even enough to fill a tournament?
If there's not even enough to fill a tournament. Anyway, that's for another discussion.
Yeah.
So a couple of results. So they ended up with 54 entries for their 4th ladder series roll-off at Big 20, which I think might have been their largest turnout so far. 54 entries, I think.
Nice.
I think it's pretty close.
Go, man.
Taping will be Sunday, May 1st at Leda Lanes. Top 5 qualifiers were number 1, Brian Purdy with a smooth 667.
Nice job, man.
Yep. Dan Schwannard, 654. Dom Drake, 654. Looks like Dan will be the higher seed. He threw a 174 high single versus Dom's 169. Chris Merrill at 644, and Evan Riva bringing out the top 5 at 632. It was tough. I told Brian I had 74 splits and 50 boxes. That was my day. 5, 7, 10 splits. I mean, it just, one of those tournaments where you get on a little bit of a run, and the next thing you know, you've got 2 spread eagles, the 7-10 split, and the 5-10. So it was fun, great turnout. Mike and his staff did a great job down there. So that will be that. The next. They're planning the next one, I want to say, will be at Metro in Woburn. Danvers? I don't know. Metro Bowling Center, somewhere in the Boston area.
Metro was in Peabody.
Peabody, yeah.
Peabody.
No, it's Peabody.
Peabody, Danvers, Woburn, they're all right there, within like 5 miles of each other. Close enough. I don't know dates yet. That's coming. We had the Tom Darby Memorial Tournament this past weekend at Stars and Strikes in South Paris. Brian and I donated
time and energy and money.
Yep. We did not bowl well.
Well,
No,
we
Brian,
didn't. We
don't
didn't.
go well. No, we didn't. I had 9 straight strings under 120. It sucked.
But you didn't throw the ball as badly as you scored.
Then
Honestly.
Then I had to. Yes, I did.
You hit the head pin a lot. Just in the face a lot.
You know what? I sucked ball sack, and not in a good way. And I think I can say that because I didn't swear. It was bad.
It was one of those days where when you didn't hit the head pin, you didn't get a break. And when you did hit the head pin, you better hope there was only one standing because it was going to be ugly.
It was bad.
But yeah, who won?
Why do you suck so bad, Tim?
The worst part is I bowled great the 2 nights before that.
Mm-hmm.
Threw a great ball.
That's the problem.
So did I.
Threw it all away.
No shit. Brian and I in the last night of league bowled great. Threw a great ball, both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Had all sorts of confidence, and then we started bowling, and my confidence went, "Oh,
yeah,
go
we're not
screw
in Kansas
yourself."
anymore, Toto.
Yeah. The winning team was Renee Skinner, Zach Skinner, John Hussey, Natasha Hussey, and Cassidy McClendon.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They bowled well. I think they only lost 2 strings.
Yeah.
Something like that. I looked for the results. The results were not posted that I could find.
Yeah.
Which I'm very happy
hopefully they
about.
burned in the fieriest depths of the cauldron of hell.
Yep. Let's see. And I promised Paul that I would, Paul Grant, that I would throw out some information on some upcoming events for the Bowling Nerd Network. Found on YouTube. Subscribe for free. Free, folks.
It's free 99.
It's free 99. Sorry. I got a cat sitting in. Oh, thank you. Cat just get up. I can now sit back. Let's see. They will be at the main open state elimination tournament with live streaming on the Bowling Nerd Network on Saturday, April 23rd. That is this coming Saturday, 10 a.m. at the Big 20 Bowling Center in lovely Scarborough, Maine.
Just down the road from Cabela's.
They will be covering the 5-12 bracket, which is Kai Hunt versus Russ Neely Jr. That will be at 12 noon. They will be doing the number 1 seed. Shannon Scribner will be taking on the winner of the Michelle Ward, Pam Lavalier. I apologize, Pam, for really butchering your last name. That match. And then they will follow that up with the men's semifinals at 3 p.m. And then on Sunday, April 24th at 10 a.m., they will be there to do the men's and women's championship match. So good luck to the bowlers this weekend.
Absolutely.
I would say all sorts of positive things if I had positive things to say about our lovely Maine State tournaments. I appreciate the fact that they're still having them. I will say that. And again, Mike does a good job at Big 20. Mm-hmm. I'm sure things will run smoothly there like they usually do. I just, like I said, the last time I won a state tournament, I lost money. So go figure. Let's see. The last thing we do have is a cool announcement that I had no idea about. Big shit coming on right here. April 30th. The first ever women's money match at Exeter Lanes in Exeter, New Hampshire. This will be a fantastic match. You have Amanda Carroll and Shannon Scribner. Out of Big 20, they will take on Maddie Kelly and Mario. So you will hear titties. Ooh. You will see strikes.
Hey, Calvin. Do you
I thought we were gonna hear strikes and see titties.
You're gonna. Well, it depends on what you're looking at.
Hey, Calvin. Do you think Jill and Tasha should take on the winners?
I don't think they'd ever go for it, but I
really.
Would
you don't think they would?
I don't think they'd travel that far just to bowl 5 strings.
I'll make it a 10-string match.
Maybe it could be a special international 10-string affair.
Guys, don't talk to me. Talk to them.
There's a whole bunch of ways that you could do this, whether it's Amanda and Maddie or Amanda and Mario, Maddie and Mario, Shannon, or whatever. However you did that, throw in, like a Lori Lewis or a Aaron Merrill or what I think that'd be cool to see some international.
I want to see some teams 5 strings, some team money match.
So that will be April 30th in Exeter. Again, Amanda and Shannon will be taking on Maddie and Mario. Bob Lee and Paul Grant will be. He put a different word in here. I think he meant to say taping it at 7 p.m.
He'll be taping.
Hashtag fix your comment.
Hashtag not saying it.
Hashtag in the
7
nicest way
p.m.
possible. Please fix that.
Yes, please. And that will air on YouTube on Spread Eagle Productions, which again, you can subscribe free to Spread Eagle Productions. That will be on after 9:30.
Subscribe free to Rippin' the Rack podcast.
These nuts.
These nuts.
That's why we don't get anybody to subscribe, Tim.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
So again, thank you. Come do all sorts of subscribing stuff and watch bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also I do want to give a special shout out. We had our first 200 string in a long time.
Wow. Yes.
At Central Park Lanes, which was surprising. Tough house. Mike Salona. I hope I pronounced it right. Don't know. With a solid 200 on the number.
Good bowling, young man.
Yes,
great bowling.
Very much so.
Goes spare, strike, 8 fill, spare, 9 fill, spare, 6 spare, strike, spare, and then 7 fill for 200. So.
Also, big props to Will Damon for a 190 this weekend.
Yeah.
At Stars and Stripes during the Derby. Late too. That was a late.
That was 12th string, number 12.
Yeah, number 12, and he throws 190.
Yep, that was awesome to see. Congratulations, Will, and congratulations, Mike.
Yes.
And now let's talk
the Easter Bunny.
I don't know. There was some tournament yesterday.
There was something yesterday.
I'm not gonna say who won it because let's face it, he wins everything, and it's just like the Brady Bunch. Marsha. That's gonna be Chris.
Well, I thought you were just gonna go Merrill.
I thought he was gonna go wire to wire after the front 10.
Yeah, his first 3 strings were pretty massive.
I'm looking at the last 10. We'll talk about that ending, but I got someone here that's bowled in it. I haven't bowled in it.
Who?
Brian hasn't bowled in it. Who? There's an owl in the room. These nuts.
Canadian hoot owl.
He's a hoot owl, all right. Calvin, talk a little about Easter Sunday.
What would you like me to talk about, Tim? You need to give me like specifics.
No, I don't have
to give me.
Was that your first one you bowled?
No, that would be my third one. Yeah, the first one I ended up in 5th, and the second one I ended up in 6th.
So I snapped out a picture of us taping the show like I do every week or every other week. And someone here would like to have a list of Calvin's good qualities because they think that would make the show short.
He's here every week.
Hey, we're 1 for 1.
So I'm going to record this.
He's informative.
Why are we doing this? I thought I was talking about the Easter Classic.
Yeah. So we're here to talk about Calvin's good qualities and go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Anyway, Calvin, I don't know. Tell me.
I don't have any good qualities, so I just don't care.
Okay, so
you do the show yourself, Tim.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
No. Start.
It was tough.
So here's this. Yeah, let's start with this, Calvin. For those that have never seen the Easter Classic,
Yeah.
or B, that have never bowled the Easter Classic, or C, have never bowled 20 strings. Talk a little bit about kind of what is the Easter Classic first off, for those that don't know what it is.
Right. It is a grind of a tournament. Let's just say that. It is 20 strings. You start on lane 3. You bowl on lane 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You move down the line, 20 strings. 5 boxes at a time. You're bowling 3 people to a lane. You start at 11 o'clock and you will grind. This year we started a little later, and it was a very long day.
They had a little some technical issues at the beginning.
Yeah, they had technical issues at the beginning. They couldn't get the names in the system. So the first 2 strings, because it would be a lot easier because they just print off the sheet, right?
Right.
But if they had to do it by names, then they'd have to fill everything out each time and then print it out.
Yeah.
So they could have got their stats a lot quicker. So we had a little bit pause there, and then there was a few breakdowns where just pins falling over and the sensors weren't picking up properly. So there was a few things, but that happens with every bowling alley, and it happens. But the unfortunate part is it kind of took you off a little bit of a momentum. I guess, I mean, Merrill bowled well, so he adapted to it, and like the guys who all cracked 120. But I mean, if you look at it, there's a lot of bowlers that were there that didn't even crack 115, 116 for an average for a day. And I understand that 20 strings is long, but even, say 20 strings in 2 days, your good bowlers are still going to average 122, 123. So to have it on the same day is a little tough, is a little hard to believe that it didn't affect people, or the pins were just really tough for everybody. But the little breaks, you get out of a rhythm. So because I personally talking, and Dave, Adam and I bowled on the same lanes together.
Dave Godwin?
Dave Godwin, yes.
Okay.
Dave Godwin. And not one of us broke 150 the entire day. I'm pretty sure that Dave never had more than 1 mark in both halves. So if he were to have 4 marks in the first half, he'd have 1 mark in the second half and finish with like 130. Like he consistently, I think for 3 strings in a row, or 3 out of 5 strings, he went 133, 133, 133. Because he'd get to that.
I'm looking at the front 10 scores.
Yeah.
And he struggled in the first string through a 95, but then he went 36, 33, 33. And then was 110, 24, 23, 33, 29. So
yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing
consistent,
nothing,
but nothing.
Yeah. Because that's exactly what it was. Every time he would have a first 5, he'd only have a mark. So he'd be, say, 51, say like 51 in the 5th. And then the back 5, he'd go 60 or 70. He'd throw 4 to 5 marks. He just couldn't get 2 halves together. And that was the same with both Adam and I. And it was just, there was no like momentum. You couldn't get, because your back half is usually your best half because you've already had your 5 boxes. But then you take a 25-minute break because a lane broke down and they can't reset the system until everybody's done. So you basically sat there for 25 minutes, half an hour, and then you got to get yourself jacked up again. So yeah. I think that was a big problem. And I'm not distant, because I mean, anything with a machines suck. Like stuff happens, stuff breaks down. I'm not saying the lanes were bad. I'm not saying anything. I'm not shitting on a house. I'm not saying it was a bad thing for the house.
Right.
But
no, look, the three of us and a lot of our listeners have bowled at Leda before, and know that Lexi and the staff there do a fantastic job.
Amazing job.
They are
the food
arguably
was incredible.
Yep.
The food, they barbecued and made salads and made like I think they may have bought them at a store, but they still had like strawberry shortcake in a cup. Like I honestly think they were homemade because they tasted just like a bakery type thing. And they had like a whole tray of fruit. Like it was incredible. The stuff that they do is incredible for the day. So I'm not saying anything bad about them, but the lanes.
But we know that Leda is arguably a tough house.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean maybe tough isn't. It can be a difficult house, and some of that's not really on Leda. It's the fact that automatic scoring in Candlepin bowling sucks.
Yeah.
It's great for open bowling for Candlepin. They don't have to do anything. They just throw a ball.
Throw the ball. Yeah. They don't care.
But for those of the caliber that bowl in the Easter Classic or that bowl in the Pro Series or the Worlds, automatic scoring is really, really difficult.
Yeah.
For consistency's sake.
Or so annoying.
Yes.
Yes. And that's what a lot of bowlers, and that's what I seen, is that a lot of bowlers were annoyed that they were standing and waiting when, they just came off a big 140. Like, I think you could probably pick out, aside from, Chris Merrill and Barber and Evan Riva finishing with 4 or 5, I guarantee you won't find 3 or 4 strings that were all big strings put together, or like 5 strings or 6 strings, where you could see that. You could see a guy throw like 630s, and it just be the rhythm of going and going and going, and maybe 150 in there along with those. Like, you get the rhythm. There was just no rhythm. You had to wait. Stuff was falling over. Pins were falling down. It was just a tough day. It was tough to get yourself hyped up every string.
Yep. So I've got the results, obviously. For those, we'll break the suspense for those of folks that don't know who won. Chris Merrill is the back-to-back champion.
Yes.
Which I would have to go back and find out when the last time they had a back-to-back champion.
Surratt, probably. Yeah.
Was it Surratt? Because he's won it twice, right?
So I think he's won it 3 times.
Oh, he's won it 3 times.
I think he won it once. I think he went back-to-back and then missed a year and then won the next year. I think he won 3 out of 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a common occurrence. So
right. No, absolutely not.
I'm looking at the front. I'm looking at the front 10 first.
He went wire to wire in the front.
Yeah, I don't think anybody touched, because he started out with 454, and somebody had a
440. Yeah, 444.
Oh, sorry, 444. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
And then somebody I think had a 400, and nobody was close. Like, I was 16th or 17th after the first string, and I was 103 pins behind him.
Yeah, Nate Lees was
408, I think.
409.
Something like that.
Yep,
409.
409.
Yeah.
And I thought, Billy Bloom was 490. 390.
390, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, nobody was anywhere near him after the first 3. So he could basically coast until about the 10th or 11th, and then Barber went on a run, I think, on the 14th string.
Yeah, so Chris had strings was I can't tell if it's a 130 he started with, I think.
Yeah.
151, 154, 124, 112, 142, 145. I thought he had a chance at 14 the way he was throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And then he tailed off, kind of dovetailed at the end with 14, 11, 14 to go 13:05. So Joey Lister had a solid front 10, 12:74.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yep. Dave Barber had a solid back 5 to pull himself up to 12:51. Kevin Davis, past winner, 12:32. Godwin 12:26. Nate Lees 12:25. John Windelli. John Windelli is our
the marvelous Windelli.
Yeah, the marvelous Windelli.
That's what his name is. Yeah, the marvelous Windelli. He was a new bowler. He bowled really well.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, John Windelli is John Winchell. Evan Riva 12:15. Huh?
No, it's not. It was John Windelli.
Yeah, the
Marvelous Windelli.
Yeah.
He was there bowling.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I get it.
Yeah.
Evan at 12-15, Steve Renault Jr. 12-13, and rounding out the top 10 was Jason Gothard Jr. at 12-11.
Yeah.
So.
And actually, really funny, just to put a little note, Dave Godwin actually went 12-26, 12-26. He was the model of consistency for the entire day. To go back on the fact that he was not throwing big games, but he was consistent the entire day. He legit went 120 or 12-26, 12-26.
Well, what I did find interesting when I looked at the results, they paid out 12 spots, which is great.
Yeah. Each spot got an extra $70 added on from 50-50 money.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Your top 12 averaged 120 or higher.
Yeah.
Your number 13 was 119 and lower.
Yeah.
Which is really kind of interesting.
120 to cash.
Yeah.
Had a couple of crazy Canucks cash.
Yeah.
Matt Harnett at number 12.
He probably traveled the furthest to get there.
He definitely did. He went up Thursday, he was saying, and it was 15 hours, I think, driving just to stop and go. And
I'm not surprised considering he's Halifax, and it's 9 hours for us to get to Halifax where we live.
Yeah.
And it's 3.5-ish to Leda from where we live. So that doesn't surprise, especially where you got to stop at the border now. Really, it's not a quick.
It honestly was not bad. It was 2 minutes, and had we done something that we should have done on the way back into Canada, it would have been 2 minutes in and out and gone. And I mean, really, I thought it was going to be a lot stricter as it was. They didn't even check to see if we were vaccinated. They asked us if we were vaccinated. Are you vaccinated? Huh? Yep, sure, go ahead. There was no proof. There was no need to see anything. It was just,
that proof is probably on their computer screen after they scan your ID.
No, because it's your passport. They wouldn't go up with your, it wouldn't be connected to each thing, right? That's to your personal record.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't know with government healthcare how that all works.
Yeah.
So Matt Harnett was 12th. He was 24-16. Jimbo Ayotte at 24-24 at number 11. We had another crazy Canuck at number 10. Adam Melanson, Moncton, coming in.
Very good back 10. He bowled really well in the back 10.
Yeah, he was 12.50 something, I think you said.
Yeah, I think he was second or third high on the.
Yeah,
back 10.
He edged out Jimbo for the top 10. He was 24-25. And then you had a tie for 8th, would be 8th and 9th. Joey Lister and Chris Bovair. Looks like Lister got the 8th spot. I'm going to assume he had a higher string in there at some point. Would be my guess.
Yeah.
Johnny Boudreau making a run. Looks like he had a massive back 4. The last 4, 51, 62, 09, and then a 30. That pulled him up to 24-41. Barber, who was my pick for, I think he was my number, I picked him to finish 3rd. Finished 6th at 24-46. Sean Baker, 5th at 24-48. Let's see, Dave Godwin just misses out on a top 3 finish, 24-52. The marvelous John Windelli, number 3. At 24-63, again looked like he was making a run and fell, had an unfortunate last string, but he had a chance. He would have needed a 135, 140. It looks like 138 to catch him. And then Evan Riva finishes 2nd with a massive back 4 strings, including a, what did he end up going there? 440. His last 3.
Yeah.
Something. Loses by 12. I think, couple
one more string.
Oh, he definitely had him with one
probably.
more. Oh, absolutely had him with one more string. And And again, your winner is back-to-back champion Chris Merrill, 24.93, which is a nice total, 124 average. It's a good score for Leda. Hard to believe that that's almost 200 pins beneath the record. For this tournament. It's actually
is that Sarge?
No, I'm sorry. It's almost 400 pins.
Yeah, it was Sarge.
No, Jeff Atkins.
Oh,
Jeff Atkins was 28 something. My God, Jesus. I mean, I couldn't.
I told you, man. It was a tough day. Listen, I was telling you this before, and I didn't really want to bring it up because everybody, you always say you got to blame it on something, blah blah blah. But no, I went in 3 strings. I went 25 out of 26 on the head pin. For 109 with a mark, or 2 marks, and a 92 no mark, and then I had a 65 half to start the next one. 25 out of 26 boxes on the head pin, and it was just hard on my head. I had 4 boxes in a row where I had the 6-7 split, and people were yelling at me because I made it once, and I yelled out after the 3rd time. I said, I can't make this shot all day, but 4 boxes in a row, 6-7, buried a ball in the pocket and left 6-7.
Oh.
It was just I was so deflated after 15 strings. I did not want to bowl 5 more, but I just said, I'm just going to throw them. And I had some fun with Fuller. Yes, Fuller, I still beat you. And Maria's, if you guys need a new bowler, sign me up. Let me know. It's an easy fix. We could just drop him real quick.
I got a text from someone during the tournament, and I won't say who it was. No, it was not. Sure, these nuts. He's in my phone as prima donna, but we won't say who it is.
Yeah.
No, he had texted me and he was like, I just threw a 92 with 9 head pin hits, 9 splits, and that can be Leda.
Yeah,
it can.
Yeah. And you know what? And I figured out what works at Leda, and it's a really spinny ball. If you Joey
Lister throws a spinny ball. He puts a
Chris Merrill throws a spinny ball. Dave Barber throws a spinny ball. Dave Godwin throws a spinny ball. Kevin Davis throws a spinny ball. Baker throws a spinny-ish ball, not as much. Winchell comes out because when he hooks his arm and he spins it off his wrist.
He's got a spinner too. I've bowled well there, not as well as some of these guys, but I've bowled well there, and I do have a lot of spin on the ball.
Yeah. Look at Josh Daly, who absolutely destroyed that week. Spinny ball when he throws the lefty spinny ball.
Evan throws
he curves his ball in. A straight ball does not work there.
I'm looking at the top 10, and Adam, Chris, Joey, Boudreaux, Barber, Baker, Godwin, Winchell, Riva, and Merrill, and not a flat ball. Boudreaux might be the only one that has a little bit of a flat ball.
Yeah, because he kind of goes straight out.
Yeah. He doesn't. I mean, he puts a little bit of spin on it, but not.
But he's so accurate.
Yeah,
not a ton
all the time.
I'm looking. Harnett throws this. I mean, so I don't. Travis Wallace, I did want to mention him because he had a really good showing as well. Just missed on cashing. Was that Travis's first? Was that his first time coming down for this?
First time, yeah.
Okay. He's a young bowler, isn't he?
He's 26 now.
Okay. I think so early mid-20s.
Yeah, mid-20s. He's bowling really well this year. Like I said, he's first place in the King of the Hill at Kingswood. And I think he's won it once, or always finished top 5. So he's bowling really well, and he bowled really well Sunday.
And I don't know this name. Just below Travis, Paul Markey?
Yeah, no idea who that is, but he was in the running for money. Like
He was.
Yeah, with 3 strings to go, I think.
No, he threw a 144 last string, went 23.88, so he only missed by 30 pins.
Yeah. Yeah, he bowled really well all day too.
It's honestly someone I don't know. But you're right. You gotta have to score at Leda. You gotta have spin on the ball. You can't throw a flat ball. I don't care how hard you throw it. If you throw it hard and it's flat,
you're gonna punch.
You're gonna punch.
Yeah.
So
Harnett did used to bowl good there, and he threw it harder with not as much spin, really.
Did he bowl it? Yeah.
He bowled the Easter. I think he won the Easter one.
He won. That's right. He did.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have won twice. I don't know if it was back to back, but he won at least twice.
He puts spin on the ball. He just throws it hard.
Yeah.
I think. They all do, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows?
Andy would bowl right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Andy would bowl really there.
So, next year, Calvin.
Yes. I'll pick you up on the way.
You and I lane mates?
Yeah.
And we'll pick up third?
Absolutely.
All right. Again, I congratulate Chris on the back-to-back win. I've already told him that's team money, so we're all excited that he won, and we're excited that Evan came in second. So,
yeah, more team money.
More team money.
Yeah, that's not going to Maddie at all. More team money.
No.
Yeah.
That's not going towards a wedding or anything.
No, absolutely not. That's team money.
Absolutely.
That's all getting spent at Encore or Foxwoods.
Probably. So again, congratulations, guys. Great showing. Again, special shout out to Lexi, Matt Susi, and the rest of the staff at Leda Lanes. They really do a fantastic job. You can always count on them to have a tournament that's pretty cool. Pretty cool to run.
Yes, absolutely.
Food's great, staff is great. They like to laugh, they like to have a good time, make you feel welcome. So, barring any injuries, I will be there next year.
Yes. I'll pick you up on the way.
But we'll go from there. Let's see.
No, you won't, because it's like 2.5 hours out of your way to pick.
Yeah, I'd be out of your way, Calvin. You're not picking me up. Trust
you can meet me in Bangor. I'll pick you up there.
Why the fuck would I go up to Bangor?
That's an hour and a half out of our way.
That's an hour and a half north. That's like
fine.
3 hours out of my way.
Good.
No.
Yeah.
No. Let's see. We're gonna wrap it up because number one, I'm tired, and
me too.
I get a lot of.
Calvin, you doing any driving today?
Oh yeah, I did a lot of driving today.
So, guys, congratulations, Calvin. Nice job. Thanks for coming down, supporting.
Giving everybody their money, except when you win the last 50-50 of the night, baby. Canada for the win.
So you made a little bit of money back.
You made enough to get home for gas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Again, that's cool that we had a bunch of Canadians come down. Love to see these, these tournaments back going again, so we can get back to some sense of normalcy.
And I really hate to say it, but I actually enjoyed seeing most of the fools that were there. Most of them. Most. Yeah. I won't let the not most know who they are, but most I was happy to see.
Oh wait, where did Fuller finish here? Let's hold on.
Let's dive right in, shall we?
Hold on, I'm
scrolling.
Thought
we were wrapping the show up.
I am, but
are you scrolling? Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. You probably need about 4 scrolls to get where you'll see his name.
Is he in the? Oh, he finished top 30.
Yeah. What's your point?
29th.
I finished top 30, and that's nothing to be bragging about.
I just like to give Fuller shit because
I know. I gave him shit all day. It was fun.
Well, again, folks, God, it's been a while since we've done this. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about Brian's big booty
OnlyFans,
I did go to Vegas.
He did, and shit stayed there in Vegas.
Yep.
Except that herpes, it's a little bit on your chin there, buddy. You want to?
Yeah, well,
follows
you everywhere.
It does. Again, if you have any questions, comments, get your results to us, get your high scores, get stuff to us, ask us questions and all sorts of good stuff like that. Send us a message on rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. It's free, folks. Subscribe for free. Ripping the Rack Podcast. Oh, and Twitter. We don't tweet much, but you can find us there. Ripping the Rack Podcast. Brian, where else can our lovely listeners hear us or see us?
Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Thank you.
I'm a little bit disappointed with that.
I know. Like, how weak was that?
I need a big D's nuts button that I can push.
D's nuts.
D's nuts. When you suck like that. Please do that. Please do it over.
You want me to do it over?
Yes. Brian, where else can people hear us?
Well, Tim, they can hear us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Breaker, and wherever else you listen to your podcast mediums.
The dulcet tones of the Coastal Crusader, folks.
I'm a shining light in your world.
Yeah, well, you're shining something. Anyway, Calvin, thanks a lot. Good to see you. Glad you made it back safe and sound. I'm sure Julie was kind of mostly happy you were back. Kinda.
The dog let the dog out.
The dog was.
The dog was happy.
Yeah. The dog
folks,
missed me.
have a great couple of weeks. We'll see you at the beginning of May.
Bye.